You are the project. Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic, 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. Today is May 5th. You are the project. Quote, the raw material for the work of a good and excellent person is their own guiding reason. The body is that of the doctor and the physical trainer, and the farm, the farmers. End quote. EPICTETUS, Discourses 3.31. Professionals don't have to justify spending time training or practicing their work. It's what they do. And practice is how they get good at it. The raw materials vary from career to career, just as the locations and durations vary depending on the person and the profession. But the one constant is the working of those materials, the gradual improvements and proficiency. According to the Stoics, your mind is the asset that must be worked on the most and understood the best. I like that. You are the project. And, recognizing that, I heard this quote, instead of practice makes perfect, practice makes improvement, right? You can always better your best. You can always improve upon yourself. You can always continue to grow and improve. And especially, I think, as someone who has ADHD, and especially for people with ADHD, understanding how your mind works and how you operate is key, to me, absolutely key to mastering and understanding and living a successful and fulfilled life. We're not an automatic car, we're a manual. We have to really understand how our brain works, how our mind works, to really to really be successful, so we don't fall down the pit traps of ADHD. And even just for people in general, right? It's easy to fall into your patterns of behavior, your negative thinking, and the consequences of such, and then continue in that perpetual cycle. But for someone, especially with ADHD, it becomes, I think, even more important. Because, like I said, we're not an automatic car, we're a manual. We have to really kind of manually understand how our dopamine, serotonin, how all these things work, how to best function so that we can get the most out of it. Do we need stimming? Do we need to, what kind of environment will best serve us? And particularly serve our mind, right? Recognizing that the one thing, especially the Stoics talk about a lot, is the one thing that's inside your control is your mind, right? And so having mastery and understanding of it. This is one of the key things that I teach in my coaching program, is really understanding and mastering your own mind, particularly your ADHD mind, and recognizing how it works, how it operates, and how you operate, because it's not a one-size-fits-all scenario. How you operate is going to be different from someone else, just as you're saying about the different professions. Each profession from career to career has a different skill set, but the thing that doesn't matter what you're doing is if you're not working at it, if you're not practicing it, you're not going to get better at it, right? I'm taking my driving lessons again. I haven't driven in about maybe 10, 15 years, and I'm learning a manual car. And I knew how to drive before a little bit, but a lot of that kind of went away. And then as I step back in learning manual again, I know every time I kind of step into it, and the instructor has mentioned this too, he says, every time you come, I can tell that you've been studying, and every time I get in, I improve a little bit more. I understand a bit more. Recognizing, going from the States to living in Ireland, learning how to drive on the other side of the road, it's these little things. But the only way I can get better is if I constantly practice it, if I keep my body kind of in motion, my mind in motion, learning the thing. It's practice makes improvement. Whatever you're focused on, whatever you're working on, that's the thing you're going to get better. So if you're focused on everything's crap and I don't like everything, and then you're going to be improving upon that situation. If you're looking at a positive outlook of all right, I want to change, I want to grow, I want to work on my business, I want to work on such and such thing, and I'm going to put in 5 hours a day 2 hours a day working on that, you're going to improve slowly, right? Like when I first moved over here, I really wanted to work on my dating and social skills. So I put in the time. I would spend a couple hours in the afternoon for months on end, almost like over actually a couple of years, going out, practicing, talking to people, being social, learning how to like master those skills. You know, it wasn't, because it's not a one and done situation. A lot of us think, or we get this kind of idea, oh, when we start something new, I'm going to be the best at it right away. You're not, right? Like, it's the beginner's mind. You're at the beginning of the journey, and it's the only people that get really good at something are the people that do it over and over and over again. Like, I remember a time I was working, I was actually visiting my brother in Singapore, and we went to like this hawker like food stall, and the lady there, she made just this one simple little rice dish. It was one of the most tastiest things I ever had, and apparently she'd been running the same stall for over 50 years. And you could tell because like there was first a queue all the way around the block for it, and B, it's the like she consistently practiced the same thing where she was able to master that every single time. Like when I was a chef, like in order to master like the omelet, seems like a pretty simple thing, but to master like a perfect French omelet took practice. Or a poached egg or a hollandaise sauce, any of these kind of a little bit more complicated things to make them, and now they seem kind of easy to me because like I put in years of practice and understanding. And this is why you are the project, right? Like if you're not working on yourself, if you're not improving yourself, then someone's working on you. And you have to figure out what you want, what your core values are, so you can work on you, so you can become the best version of you, the vision that you want. Not the version that someone else wants, your parents want, your friends want, but what do you want? And that becomes the thing that you work on. Yeah, that's all I got on today's reading. Don't forget to check out more Daily Stoic videos over here. If you're interested in my coaching program, don't forget to check out the link above. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, all that fun stuff. See you tomorrow. Have a great, if not better, day.